Alex, tell us more about the bombing here.
Well, the Israeli military offensive is continuing. It is intensifying in Gaza. And it is civilians that are continuing really to pay the price. Now, we have had these pictures emerging from the southern area around the city of Khan Yunis. And they are some of the most distressing images that we have seen yet in this war. Most of these pictures, of course, of this feed of images we can't show you because they are simply too graphic. But what we can show you are emergency workers arriving at this house, the site of a missile strike, and then they take out body after body. You can see that they are clearly, you can identify the human form of what they are. They are children, the charred remains of children, and you watch the video feed and it's child after child pulled out of the rubble of this house. Now, nearby on the ground is the father of these children. He is a doctor from the nearby Nasser medical complex. His wife, the mother of the 9 children who have been killed. She is also a doctor, a paediatrician at the same complex. He is stretchered away, taken away by the emergency workers, and it's touch and go whether or not he will survive. Now, there are 2 British doctors, Graham Groom and Victoria Rose, who are working at the Nasser medical complex, and they had these details. They gave us this update about what had happened. This is what they had to say.
The last patient on my list today was an 11-year-old boy who seemed much younger as we lifted him onto the operating table. His injuries were bad enough, but the background, I think, was worse. In an attack that may have or not have been aimed at his father. His father was very badly injured, but 9 of his brothers and sisters were killed.
And his mum is a paediatrician at the hospital, and I was sent a video of them going to the house. They lived opposite a petrol station, so I don't know whether the bomb set off some massive fire, but the video shows all of the children being pulled out of the fire, and they're absolutely charcoal to a crisp. It's horrific.
I think it is unimaginable that for that poor woman, both of them are doctors here. The father was a physician here at the Nasser hospital. We've asked about him. He had no political and no military connections. He doesn't seem to be prominent on social media. And yet his poor wife is the only uninjured one who has the prospect of losing her husband, has already lost
8 of her children.
9, yes. I think a particularly sad day, but that is life in Gaza at present.
Gaza, isn't it? That is the way it goes in Gaza.
Well, they're outlining really the very human cost of this war. We have asked the Israeli Defense Force for comments, but no comment yet has been forthcoming on that strike. But of course, as this war intensifies by Israel, as it tries to achieve what it says its aims are, the elimination of Hamas, the bringing back of hostages, the humanitarian situation is worsening by the hour and by the minute. The UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, has said that the levels of death and destruction now are just absolutely horrendous. We are hearing that some aid has got in after huge amounts of international pressure for Israel to lift its blockade of the enclave, but not nearly enough. And according to aid agencies, much of the population now is on the brink of famine.